What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 60 of the Let's Talk Nerdy podcast. On this episode, we are talking Nosferatu, Overthrown, Bylina, and Mufasa, the Lion King.
Oh, it's impossible to say this without singing it. I'm going to try so hard. They're out to get you. The demons closing in on every side. They will possess you unless you change that number on your dial. I cannot even say the words without starting to sing it.
I don't know, Dave.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
You are now tuned in to the Let's Talk Nerdy podcast.
I love it when you talk nerdy to me.
Ba-ding, ding, 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 ta. Ba-ding, ding, 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 cha.
Nope.
Seriously?
This one's over my head today.
Bro, you don't know Thriller?
Oh, Thriller. Da-da. Okay, your ding 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 did not really work. That made it a little hard to know what's going on.
Did it make it harder? I feel like
it made it
in my head.
100%.
In my head, it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense.
Okay, yeah, I got you now.
Yeah, got it.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking from the dark. If you would have done that, I think I would have got it.
Out to get you. The demons closing in on every side.
Okay, now I hear it.
Yeah,
if you would have sang it, I would have got it.
Yeah, it's
but,
tough.
Dave, what's going on, man? We took a week off of episodes, but we did a little live stream. But how have you been, man? What's going on? What's new?
Been good, man. Been good. I hate to say it. I'm gonna throw this out here. For anybody that came to hang on my stream, thank you very much. Super appreciate you guys for coming. But we have just unknowingly dipped ourselves back into Jump King, and I don't know why, and I don't love it, and I kind of hate it, but I'm doing it anyway. So that's what's new in my life.
Yeah, Jump King. I will never try that one ever in my life. But why didn't you tell me you were streaming? I'm a little upset that you didn't. I don't have notifications on Twitch on my phone anymore.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, but you got to tell me.
Well, I didn't tell anybody.
But you have to tell me. That's a new rule. You're here on this episode. Everybody listening, Dave now has to tell me when he's going live. Otherwise, I'm kicking you off.
Okay, all right.
Just kidding, I'm not
I will. I didn't realize that. I realized that you didn't have notifications on your phone, but I didn't. It wasn't like I was like, I'm not telling Adam. You know, I was like,
You gotta tell me.
All
Text
right.
message.
All right,
That's
I'm gonna
out of everything on my phone, the only notifications I have on are text messages.
Adam's?
I don't have YouTube notifications. I don't have anything else because like I'm so like trying to disconnect from my phone sometimes, but when it's important, like even like work texts that are through GroupMe or WhatsApp, notifications off, and then like I'll get a text from like my boss or like my coworkers or somebody's like, "Hey Adam, did you see this?" I'm like, "Nope."
nah, bruh.
If it's not important enough to text me or call me, then you're not getting it. So if you want to get a hold of me, text me.
Hard pass on the WhatsApp.
Yeah. But it's mostly we have that because we have international students and like international phone numbers, so it doesn't work in other apps like that. But anyway.
So anyway, I jumped back into Jump King. I played 2 times. The first time was 3 hours, and I made it past screen 1. And then the next time was about another 2 hours, and we have made it into area 2. So yeah, about 5 hours in, and we're like 10%
So this is not a speed
up.
run.
No, clearly not a speed run. Dude, I was watching this though. You know the speed run for Jump King is like 5.5 minutes.
That's insane.
That's literal insanity. How many times do you have to be the king of jumps before you knock that down to 5 minutes?
I have no idea.
That's insane. Bravo.
That is it.
Whoever holds the world record for Jump King, bravo to you, good sir. Bravo
Aren't
to
there
you.
other games like that, like Chained, or what is it?
Chained Together. That one was
Chained
really
Together.
fun.
And what's the other one?
We should
Just
have played
Up?
Chained Together.
Is that other one Up? Is that the other game?
Yeah, Up's the other one, yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't the Up one like it was like 20 seconds because they found like a glitch in the game
Yeah.
or something like that. Like that's cheating.
This
Can you
is-
cheat in Jump King?
I don't think you can. I haven't found the way. This brings up a good question though. Wow, we're really going off tangent real quick here. How do you feel on speed runs? Because I personally feel like if you do any type of glitch in the speed run, it doesn't count.
There's many games that like they don't count any glitches.
Yeah.
And like so there's like a real way to do it and like there's the glitch way to do it.
I know you get like glitchless runs or whatever, but like, dude, your speed run don't count if you glitch the game. That don't count.
I think that's true for like a lot of games like Mario and stuff. If you like just cheat the game, then like you said, that's doesn't count.
Yeah.
So don't do that. If you're gonna speedrun, I am not a speedrunner like at all in any game I play. That's not true. Kind of. I unintentionally speedrun some of my games. Like
Adam doesn't need to speed run because he's just laser focused.
on main story, just go for it.
NPCs, side quests, doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Get out of
Yeah.
the way. Adam has no interest in you, bro.
I just do it that way because I like the I like connecting the story quickly. So it's like a movie as I'm playing the game, if that makes sense.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
And when I get distracted by side quests and different mini games and things like that, I lose the focus of what's happening in the story. But I've gotten a lot better.
All right, that is clearly enough about me. What about
Yeah.
you, dude? What have you been up to?
Let's see. This weekend I got to play. Have you ever heard of Chicken and Pickle? Have you heard of that?
No, never.
It's
What
a
is Chicken Pick-
restaurant with pickleball courts. It's so
Seriously?
cool. Yeah, it's Chicken and Pickle. I went to one of those this weekend, and so I had chicken tacos, and then we played pickleball for like 2 hours. Really fun. Highly recommend. But other than that, I got myself into a deep rabbit hole of Greek mythology. I've always loved Greek mythology, and I got on the conversation with it with somebody at work, and I was like, huh, I'm going to look up Greek mythology. So on my bus trip back from the games and stuff, watched a 3-hour documentary on Greek mythology. I started reading a Greek mythology book and started listening to this like play based off of like a musical based off of like different stories. So like the Battle of Troy and things like that, and Achilles. And so it's fun. Greek mythology is so fun.
Greek mythology's sweet.
Yeah, minus all the incest and murder of family, but it's fine. I never realized how dark this Greek mythology is.
I just wanted to sit here in awkward silence and see
Yeah,
what
you
your
made it
next
awkward.
move-
Yeah,
just
it's
see
so,
what your
like-
next move was.
Like the idea of like Greek mythology is really cool, but like some of the stories, it's like, dang, Zeus is crazy. He does a lot of bad things with his family members and just murders everybody.
Yeah, it gets pretty wild pretty quick.
But it's cool. So I've gotten into that. Gonna play, I think, Phoenix Rising. I don't remember it's based off of Greek mythology and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And it's also really find those elements of like, so I'm reading all these stories, learning these stories, but like to see like Easter eggs and things that like TV shows and stuff like I've seen about it. It's like, oh, that's where that comes from for the story. And it's so cool. So really like that. Game wise, what have I been playing? Oh, SpongeBob. I 100% completed SpongeBob the Patrick Star game, which we also have a review on that. So if you want to check that out, it's uploaded and ready to watch.
Got the review. It's actually super, super sweet. Adam did a fantastic job on it. You 100%ed that game?
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Yeah.
How long did it
was
take?
Not very long, to be honest. It took me like 10 hours or 12 hours or something like that.
Okay, real quick. I mean, guys, watch the review because the review is really great. But Adam, just final question here, because I think the number one thing that I saw in the game so far, was it worth the price tag? I feel like people thought it wasn't really worth the price tag. Not that it was a bad game, but it wasn't worth the price tag.
I don't think it was.
It just
I think
seemed like not a lot of content.
Yeah, it was not a lot of content. And a lot of the content was kind of shallow, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was missing a lot within the game, which I kind of talked about in the review, but I just felt like it was missing so much more depth that the game could have had. Like I mentioned in the review, like, yes, it's a game about Patrick, but I think it could have been so much more with having different characters cause more chaos, like SpongeBob and like Mr. Krabs and Plankton. If you could be Mr. or Plankton in the game, imagine like the destruction that you could have. Like that'd be so cool. And the game is all about destruction. I feel like other characters would have enhanced the game a little bit more. And then biggest thing for me is like I really wish you could have gone into the buildings. I really do. I think that would have made it much more depth to the game too.
At least a couple of them.
Yeah, like
Like
Mr.
going-
like Krusty Krab.
Yeah, going into the
or-
Krusty Krab, going into SpongeBob's house, like the key locations.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Not
definitely.
every building needs to be able to
No.
go inside, but like there's a couple that fans are really hoping for, you know?
yeah, I agree with that. But other than that, it's a game that wait for it to go on sale.
Yeah, wait for it to go on sale. Because I believe the sale price is probably what the price should have been to start off with, if we're gonna be honest.
And I can only imagine that this game is full retail for so long. I bet like on a Steam sale or Black Friday, this game's gonna drop by like 50%. So yeah. But that's all I've been doing game wise, movie wise, TV show wise. Ooh, last thing here. I've been watching have you ever seen the show Psych?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's such a fun like police investigation show. What it's about is a kid of a cop. Well, he grows up by the start of the show. Anyway, this guy becomes like he has a very good photographic memory and like can solve crimes like just by looking at the room a few times and just doing a little bit of digging. And so he solves a crime off the TV, and then like the cops are like, "How'd you do that? How'd you do that?" And he's like, "I'm a psychic." And so like the whole show is about him like pretending to be a psychic, but also solving crimes without telling anybody that he's not a psychic. It's really confusing, but it's fun.
No, that sounds great. I'm gonna check it out.
I've watched it 4 times through. It's one of my favorite shows.
4 times through?
The reason I'm watching this time because every episode has some sort of pineapple Easter egg, like whether it's a physical pineapple that shows up in the show or a pineapple smoothie. And so I'm trying to find every episode, like each location of said pineapple.
We need to do the same. Guys, be on the lookout for episode 61. There's gonna be a pineapple somewhere.
We'll probably forget that, but let's move on. I'm tangenting tonight. Is that a word? Tangenting? Let's go.
Fine, dude. This is what a podcast is. We just
I know.
shoot the shit. It's okay.
I
We have
know.
no schedule. There's no schedule.
Yeah.
There's no order here. There's no order.
All right. Let's just play rock, paper, scissors for an hour. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Let's move on to our first topic of the night. Nosferatu, or talking about SpongeBob. Who is flickering the lights? Oh, Nosferatu. I had to teach Dave that.
I didn't know what that was. I did not know what he was talking about. We have since watched the clip, so I know exactly what he's talking about.
But yeah, Nosferatu, originally released in 1922. We are getting a remake of said movie. And Dave, what are your initial thoughts of this?
Fun fact, me and Adam watched this movie together.
We did.
For all the top tier film students out there, what did you think of this classic, iconic start of the horror franchise, Adam?
Of the just in general?
The original movie that we watched.
Like my review of it from the first time.
What did you think of the original movie? The iconic, the groundbreaking, the beloved, Academy Award winning introduction into horror. What did Adam think of the movie?
But like, if I was back in the 1922, okay, here's the thing. I thought about this today a little bit as I was going through work and stuff. Why were people back then so scared so easy? Like, that movie was not scary in any sense to me. And I get it. I don't know.
Yeah, the movie itself is not scary right now. And like most people, and that's why I say like, and guys, if you're a film student or something, you know what I mean? And I'm not throwing shade on you, but like I think film students and like people that really love film and are like really in the space kind of have an appreciation for this. But the general population, if they were to see Nosferatu today, they would be in the same position that Adam is. It's like, what is this? Is not good. Like it's just too much stuff that's so outdated that it clearly doesn't hold up anymore. And you really have to have a certain appreciation for what films were coming out at the time. And also like, I know this is like a great iconic movie and it's beloved and everything like that. But even back in 1922, this wasn't like a top tier movie. I mean, this was kind of a B movie that they kind of just stole the idea of Dracula and turned and switched a couple things around. Like it was never meant to be this like iconic thing that it turned into. So I understand where Adam's coming from, and but I do understand why it's also kind of a cult classic because back in the day, this movie, like I said, was kind of a ripoff of Dracula. So a lot of like the copies of this movie were ordered to be destroyed and stuff like that. So like not a lot kind of made it through. And then to find footage and put the films all together and stuff like that. I get it why it's popular now and why it's, kind of iconic, but I don't know. For the general population of people, like if you go back and watch 1922 Nosferatu, you're going to be disappointed.
Very disappointed.
Yeah, very disappointed.
And I'm gonna have a hot take right here. I'm sorry, Dave, and all the listeners out there. Scary movies and I'm gonna do it. Okay, scary movies and the horror genre to me, I don't think it's all that scary, to be honest, and I think it's kind of bad. Like, I think, but there's such a like people love being scared. I'm somebody that like. I don't get scared in scary movies, like, at all.
Hold on. We gotta cool you down because that's a hot take.
I mean, I just don't think they're scary, and maybe it's because I'm not letting myself be scared, and I'm like always trying to figure out what's coming next, and like most of the time, it's like, oh, this is gonna be a jump scare, and then and it's a jump scare. You know what I mean?
There's really two different types of people that enjoy horror movies, I think, and there's the people that enjoy getting scared and really get that like kind of feeling, right? And then there's the people that don't really get scared per se, but it's more of just like this, I don't know, it's just like this love of like dark things.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I guess the reason why, like, maybe growing up I didn't have the sense of like watching scary movies for the plot. I'm watching because like I think it's trying to scare me. So maybe if I go in there with an open mind of like, oh, this story is going to be good, rather than, oh, this is just trying to scare me.
Yeah, like I don't go into horror movies thinking like this is going to be scary. You know what I mean? Like I've never watched a horror. The last time I watched a horror movie and was actually scared of it was like when I was a child and I watched The Exorcist. Like that was the last time where I was like scared. But like now I kind of watch horror movies just because I like that suspense and I like kind of like creepy things and I like, ghosts and witches and like, you know what I mean? Like I just kind of like that stuff. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm taking out the hot take of this episode.
You are leaving this hot take in. You are leaving this
I
hot take
changed
in.
my mind. I should have like thought about this a little bit more as going through work because like I said, I don't know. I just think going to scary movies or being scared, like I don't like haunted houses either. Those don't scare me. Granted, I've never been to like each floor or something scarier. I've been to like local ones, but
Yeah.
I got kicked out of a few actually.
I mean,
Because like I'm like, oh, the guy slammed a machete over my head and like I started poking it. I was like, oh, it's plastic, man. And he's like, all right, buddy, you gotta go. And so they kicked me out because I was like, this isn't scary. This is stupid.
the
And
ruiner of Halloween fun, man.
I am a ruiner of Halloween fun. I apologize for all the Halloween and horror and scary people things. Like, it's just not for me.
Oh, it's okay. We'll give you a free pass. But yeah. Okay. So Nosferatu. The thing about this trailer, we can go ahead and roll the trailer here. We talked about it a little bit. This is an unofficial adaptation of the 1922 movie, and I think there's a lot I want to talk about. I'm trying to think of a good place to start. Visually, I think the movie looks very, very well done, and I think that they're going to stay true enough to the original story where it makes sense. The one thing here though is like we talked about, this movie is super iconic. This movie has a big I don't know,
Like
high praise. Yeah, no, not following, but you know what I mean? Like it's high praise movie. This is almost a movie that is like I kind of thought was an untouchable.
Oh, I see
to
what you're
do a
saying.
remake of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like if somebody was like trying to do a remake of like The Godfather or something.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like one of those movies that is like, I don't know if you should touch it. So the idea that they're even going for this is like kind of scary to me, but I don't know, also kind of cool because I'm excited to see, like you said, the original movie doesn't really hold up. I'm excited to see it brought into the next century and see what they can do with the title.
Right. And I think that's what's gonna bring people to watch this movie, because like we said, it's not a movie that people watch nowadays for the heck of it. It's a film studio or film school kids watching it. And to me, like, I felt like, do you feel like it was straying away? Like, just based off the trailer, I felt like it was kind of straying away from what the original was. It's making it seem like she's more possessed in this rather than like in the original. Was that the case? I don't quite remember.
Yeah, so I mean, and the thing here is it's really hard to compare, right? Because
Yeah.
it's hard to compare this movie to the 1922 movie with things that are going on in the movie, because it's like, does she feel more possessed in this movie? Yeah, probably. But is
Right.
that like just the case of like the original 1922 movie, them not conveying that because
Yeah.
it was hard to do the acting. It's obvious, if you guys don't know, the original movie is a silent movie. There's no voice dialogue. Like
Yeah.
it may have just been hard to like
Convey
really convey these points. You know what I mean? So it's really kind of hard to compare. Now, the one thing that I do think is a comparison of is William Dafoe's character. So William Dafoe's character, and this is where I think they might be going a little bit off the rails. William Dafoe's character, and I'm sorry, I have to look at my notes. Albin Everhart von Franz. Now, in the original movie, that was not a character. In the original movie, this character's name was Bulwer. And basically what he is he's kind of like this, insight, kind of like has a lot of knowledge of vampires and stuff like that, where I think they might be going a little off the rails and steering away from the original story is like, I feel like you didn't bring in William Dafoe for no reason. Now, I know William Dafoe has a lot of supporting character roles, but a lot of William Dafoe's supporting character roles are really kind of like teetering on the line between like main characters and supporting characters. And I feel like William Dafoe might be a little bit more of a main character in this movie. And I'm kind of nervous that they're going to go like the Van Helsing route, where it's like, we have this original story of Nosferatu and everything else that's the kind of going along with that from the original, but now we've introduced this element of like William Dafoe's a vampire hunter, and now we're gonna throw that kind of weird stuff into it.
Yeah, you kind of get that sense from the trailer where you see people like with the pitchforks and the flames, and yeah, him coming with some dialogue. I could see that. But at the same time, do you think adding him adds more depth and plot to the story? Because, like we said, with the original, it was a silent film. There really wasn't much to be conveyed aside from Nosferatu really liked this girl and things like that.
I mean, I'm not against it. I think the purists are gonna have problems with it. So, because if you guys don't know, I'll tell you a little bit about the story. So basically, what's happening in this movie is Nosferatu is the vampire, and you don't know that he's a vampire until a little bit into the movie. But the way that the movie starts, is that the true main character, whose name is Thomas Hutter, is sent to Transylvania in order to he's selling property to this guy who is Count Orlok, ends up being the vampire. But he goes there and he's selling property. And the weird thing about it is the house that he's trying to sell this person is directly across the street from his own house, which is very, very strange. And when he's there getting him to sign the paperwork, that's where he kind of does some snooping and figures out he's a vampire. Anyway, Nosferatu ends up buying the house and coming back over to where Hutter lives, and ends up like falling in love with his wife. And this is where you're seeing this interaction in the trailer of like why this woman is possessed and stuff like that. She's being like kind of mentally courted by Nosferatu. So that's kind of like the official story. Now, like we talked about with William Dafoe, that plot was never in the original movie. This is an add-on plot. So again, I'm not opposed to it, because like Adam said, there's really not a lot of context in the original story, so it might have needed something like this to kind of beef it up. But also, we talked about it's like the purists are not going to be super excited about it. So it's a give take. It's a 50-50. I mean, it could work out amazing, or like people could really hate it.
I don't know. And truthfully, I think this, like you said, this is an untouchable movie. This is going to be a movie that's going to be not well received, even like for people that don't know what Nosferatu is. I think it's going to be a movie that kind of gets pushed off. Like, it's not that good. Like, I think it's just like another. Oh, it's a scary movie. It's not going to be like, wow, that scary movie really like top notch, like one of the best I've ever seen.
It's a weird choice, right? Because I don't know. I feel like Nosferatu is like it's iconic and people understand it, but I feel like the only people that are gonna want to see this are gonna be the people that know what the original movie is.
Yeah.
And there's not that many people out there right now
Right.
anymore that do.
Yeah.
Aside from like film students and stuff.
And us.
And us, yeah, because
And the only reason I really like knew it is because of the SpongeBob episode when he's flickering the lights. Nosferatu. But yeah, I don't think this is going to be one that's going to be. It's not going to break the box office. Like this isn't going to. I think this is just going to be a movie, like you said, purists or people that already know the story or know the movie are going to go watch it.
you ever seen Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp? This kind of gives me the same feel as Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp. It's like, I don't know, they took a thing that was already a thing and then they're bringing it into, I don't know, it just has like that same vibe. No, don't get me wrong, Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp's a great movie. I like it. Like, I think it's good, but it's just giving me that same kind of vibe.
It's giving me the it's back to the conversation we always had. It's like nobody has original ideas anymore. That's really what it comes down to. Oh, let's see. We don't have any scary movie ideas right now. Let's go back in time. Okay, we've already done the 70s. We've done the 80s. 1922, a silent film of Nosferatu. That's gonna be perfect. Nobody will ever remember it, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna have an awesome story about Nosferatu in 2024.
I mean, yeah, it kind of feels that way. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, 102 years later, let's redo it. Let's remake it. It's the Beetlejuice of the 1920s.
Hey, take it easy with Beetlejuice.
No, I was saying as like they want that kind of level of excitement.
Yeah, they're clearly using the name here for excitement. I do think the one thing going for it, we got to talk about this. Bill Skarsgård is going to be Count Orlok. He's hot right now, coming off the back of a few things, namely Pennywise from It movies. I'm curious to see what he does. I really am. I'm curious to see if he plays this as a new character or if you're watching this movie and you're like, I feel like that's Pennywise. Like if he can kind of transition into a different horror genre and be a different horror character, or if like Bill Skarsgård horror is just kind of what he's done already.
Gotcha. Or like Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool in every movie, and Tom Holland is Spider-Man. Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds just is Ryan Reynolds. Like, is Bill Skarsgård just Bill Skarsgård, and it's the scary movie version of him? Because if you really think about it, it's very easy for them to fall into being the same type of character with the same mannerisms and the same like, especially the voice, man. If he starts doing like the Pennywise voice for Count Orlok, I'm like, that's gonna make it real bad.
That's so funny. I've been watching. I saw a video of like, oh, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool in every movie, and the same thing with like The Rock now. Like I see that sense with The Rock. Like he doesn't have much depth or like variation to him. We've had this conversation already.
Oh yeah, we talked about this. Kevin Hart is Kevin Hart in every movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Jack Black is Jack Black in every movie.
Yeah,
but it's just,
I don't know. This one, I think it might be a little different. I think with this character, I think it's gonna be more about the physical mannerisms with him. To be honest, like that, I think that's what's gonna help sell Nosferatu over like Pennywise. Like I feel like that's more vocal. Like I can't imagine Nosferatu is gonna be really outspoken as a character, and kind of based off the trailer a little bit. Like he's hiding in the shadows a little bit more and things like that.
He should be that way. Right? He should be a little bit more mysterious and not kind of like up in your face, right? Also, that's, that could be just a predication of the time, right? Like it's like maybe in 1920, you saw in the 1922 movie, he was very reserved and very mysterious and very lurking in the shadows, but also he didn't have any dialogue. So it's like, I don't know. It's like this character exists, but you also kind of have a clean slate to work with, but not, it's a weird situation. You kind of have a clean slate to work with, but you got to kind of stick to the source material because people would get upset, but like the source material doesn't give you a lot to go off of. I just don't know. I think I want this movie to be good, but I will say there is a lot that can go wrong.
I agree with that. A lot can go wrong. And just staying true, it doesn't have to necessarily stay true to the story, like the source material in terms of like the overall plot. Like it's got to have the same like plot line in a way, but it needs more depth and bringing it to 2024. But I think the overall theme of the movie and the feel of it has to stay similar to the original, because from there, I think that's where it's going to lose a lot of people. Like, okay, this movie sucks because, like, yes, it's called Nosferatu, but it doesn't stand for anything that the original was. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Nosferatu comes out December 25th. Real quick shout out, this does star Lily Rose Depp, who is playing Ellen Winter, Johnny Depp's daughter. This is like her first actual kind of, I don't want to say real movie, but you know what I mean? This is like her first actual kind of like legit movie. Yeah, so curious to see how she does. Directed by Robert Eggers, who is known very well in the horror genre. If you're a fan of this movie, check it out. December 25th, Christmas Day.
Woo!
Do you ever go to a movie on Christmas?
No. I have actually. I saw one of the I can't remember what Star Wars it was, but I saw Star Wars in theaters on Christmas Day.
Did you?
I did.
I've never been to a Christmas movie.
It's not like super popular, to be honest, but at least I don't think it's super popular. I don't know why we went. It was literally like right after we did something. It's like, yeah, let's go watch a movie. So, yeah.
Maybe this year we go to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
and hopefully this is a great remake of a movie.
Hopefully this is a great remake, but it's very possible that this could be a horrible remake, which is why we have decided to do a draft of the worst movie remakes ever.
Boom.
Would you like to go first?
Go for it, Dave.
You want me to go first?
Let me go first. I actually don't have a laundry list of movies, so
I got plenty.
Okay, good. Oh, then we're golden here. All right, my first pick is Fantastic Four.
Wow.
And the bad part about the Fantastic Four is the first one was bad. Like the first trilogy was really bad with like Chris Evans and all those people, and now. Yeah, the second one was even worse.
They did a remake of a bad movie and made it worse.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Great job, Fox.
Good job, Marvel.
Great job.
Yeah,
Great job,
Fox,
guys.
Yeah.
Great job. Well done. Okay. First up on my list, I'm going to make some people mad. But we're going to go with 2010's Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know how you could take Freddy Krueger and turn him into just like a laughing stock, but that was like, that costume was so terrible. He was so terrible. He looked so funny, and I just could not get past it. There was zero scary parts in that movie. Zero, because anytime I saw Freddy, I was laughing hysterically at how bad that makeup was.
That's funny. I've never seen that one, but that sounds terrible.
Horrific.
Terrible.
It was horrific.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, my second pick here. Oh, I lost it. Oh, my second pick. I'm sorry, Jaden Smith.
That was my number 2.
My second pick is The Karate Kid. Come on. They ruined such a good movie with this Jaden Smith whiny Karate Kid, and it is awful. I hated that movie.
That was my number 2. Jaden Smith can kick rocks. The world is still trying to make Jaden Smith a thing because his dad's super famous, but yeah, not talented at all. Kick rocks, Jaden Smith. Kick rocks.
Yeah, it made Jackie Chan look bad.
How do you make Jackie Chan look bad?
Exactly. Ruined it.
Ruined it.
Such shit.
Damn, that was my number 2. Okay. This is gonna make a lot of people mad. All right, since Adam took my number 2, my number 2 is going to be any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie directed by Michael Bay. Michael Bay. You took my childhood, you stuffed it in a blender, you ground it up, and poured it in the toilet. Michael Bay, Turtles movies, kick rocks.
No turtle movies for Dave.
No Turtles movies from Michael Bay.
Okay, I don't know if these are such remakes, and I changed my mind. I think they're good movies. I'm gonna take it back.
Wow, taking it
Just
back.
because I like the actors. I was going to say Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but now I think about it more. Like Johnny Depp was really good, and I also really liked Timothy Chalamet. Is that how you say his last name?
Yeah, Chalamet.
Yeah, I like those two actors, so I'm taking that off my list. So
Wow.
let's move it on. My third pick is Ghostbusters.
Dude, you're taking all my picks.
Dude, that is so bad. The new ones are so terrible.
It really was terrible.
I don't really have much to say aside from I actually turned those off because I couldn't watch anymore.
It really was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but like the all-female cast didn't work.
It's not even all. I just felt like it wasn't well done. Like even if it was the original cast, I felt like it just wasn't well done.
All right, I won't say it anymore. But yeah, I just not great. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
All right, number 3 on my list. We are gonna go with 2015's Point Break. That movie was absolutely horrific. I absolutely hated that movie. There is no way you could fill the shoes of the one and only Mr. Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves. That movie should have never been touched.
Nope.
Point Break should
Definitely
never have been touched.
Anything Keanu Reeves should not be touched.
And Patrick Swayze, man, the dude,
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah.
And he's not here.
Those jerks.
I know, screwing us.
All right, my 4th pick. This might make some people mad. I just think, again, sticking true to the source material and not having original ideas, but The Lion King is my 4th pick.
Wow.
Like the live action.
Okay.
It's just why? And we're going to talk about that with Mufasa, I think, a little bit too. But why do you change such an iconic movie? And it's a lot of these remakes from animated to live action. Like, I don't like a lot of those. Like, just leave it where it's at. Like, there's such good animated movies, and you ruined The Lion King by making it live.
They
action.
tried to get cute with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need to.
Try to do too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't got to do that much. Sometimes you just got to do what's already there.
Yeah. The Lion King remake. Live action one.
It's a good pick. Okay, number 4 on my list, we are going to go with 2015. 2015 was the year of making crappy remakes. We're going to go with 2015's Hitman Agent 47. You can only imagine me being as big a fan of Hitman as I am. That I was super excited when this movie was going to come out. And essentially what this movie is it's nothing like the Hitman video games that I love. It's basically just the Terminator, but worse.
It's funny that you bring that up because when I was getting into Hitman a little bit, I was gonna go watch that movie. Because like, oh, Hitman, that's so cool. I'm obsessed right now. But I'm glad I didn't go watch that movie. So.
No,
not worth it.
That's a waste of an hour and a half.
Okay, my final pick. Sorry, Tom. Not Hanks, not Tom Hanks. Tom
Holland?
No, short Tom. Super short Tom.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tom Cruise. Your Mummy remake was awful. So my number 5 pick is The Mummy.
Also on my list.
Yeah, this just was not good. I was a little bit younger with the Mummy movies, but they were always so cool. Like, you know, like the action and like, I don't know. I really like the original Mummies.
Also on my list. Yeah, Brendan Fraser's the GOAT.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
that's
those,
a great pick. Okay, last on my list, we are going to go with 2014's RoboCop. I'm gonna be a little truthful here and just say that the original RoboCops themselves were not fantastic movies. There's just a little bit more nostalgia there than anything. But how you could take a non-fantastic movie and just absolutely destroy it into something unwatchable, I have no idea. So 2014 RoboCop, you have made the list of the worst remakes ever.
Yeah, that's a great list. I feel like we had some good ones. Some honorable mentions here. To be honest, I'm going to group a lot of these all in one. Anything live action Disney.
Wow.
Because like I can't think of Jungle Book maybe was okay. But the rest, like I felt like it got ruined. Like Mulan was bad. I'm looking at some of these right now. The Little Mermaid actually got okay. No, I didn't really watch that one because of that. Beauty and the Beast. I'm actually looking at Rotten Tomatoes right now. Aladdin got a 57%.
Yeah,
Gosh,
Aladdin was bad.
Darn Smiths ruining good movies. Maleficent, The Lion King we already talked about. Alice in Wonderland actually got a really bad review.
Yeah, that was not good
Dumbo is
either.
one like why would that be a remake?
I mean, I don't know. It's weird that Disney doesn't have any original ideas.
Yeah. The old Disney's ruined.
Old Disney is ruined. Yeah.
But those are my honorable mentions. Anything live action Disney.
A couple honorable mentions for me. We got The Wicker Man from 2006. Nicolas Cage, love you, buddy. That was not your strongest hour. And I hate to do this, but we're going to go with 1998 Psycho. That's Alfred Hitchcock's untouchable.
Yeah.
It really is. And as much as I love Vince Vaughn was trying to go serious. Vince Vaughn is not a serious actor.
Nope.
Stick to the funny stuff.
Yeah.
1998 Psycho. Pilot Duke.
Pilot Duke. One more thing. This isn't really remakes, but it's a new storyline. Star Wars. After this first 6 episodes, like, come on.
Get man.
Come on.
Get man.
All right, I'm just kidding. They're not that bad. They're
wait-
not that great either.
I'm waiting for the world to admit that episode 7 is just a complete ripoff of New Hope, but it won't do it.
No, it won't.
It doesn't matter that it's the exact same plot point and ending, but nobody will put A and B together.
No original ideas here. It doesn't matter. All right, let's move on to our first game of the night. Overthrown. Oh, by Brimstone. Overthrown, developed by Brimstone, published by Maximum Entertainment. Comes out in 2024 with some 2025 release stuff about it too. Dave, what do you think of this game?
It's an interesting concept.
You know what it reminded me of? You know those like mobile games where you plot stuff down, you gotta wait for it to like make it. You know what I mean? Like for things to get developed and things like that. That's what it reminded me of. But like you're in the action, kind of like I'd always talked about like top-down strategy games, and then like Outpost Infinity Siege, where you're like in that tower defense. That's kind of what this game is. And
can I say something that's gonna be kind of crappy about me? I'm kind of selfish. I don't know if I want to build a city with somebody else. I kind of just want to build my own.
So I thought that aspect was kind of weird, to be honest. Like, and I feel like a lot of these survival things or games and co-op or not co-op, just like multiplayer building survival games. Like, I felt like, yeah, the best part of it is you get to make your own like kingdom and your own world and your own civilization. And if you want to go attack your friends, like I felt like that's a big component of these kinds of games. And with this one, I don't think you can get that.
Yeah, because with the city building of like when you're playing with your friends and stuff like that, I gotta be like, Adam, what do you think? Do you want to put the barn over here? Or, you know what I mean? Like that, I don't know. That gets old quick, man. I just kind of want to build it the way I want to build it.
So I played the demo a little bit, not very much yet. Like I just kind of hopped on for a little bit. It seems to me like you can still build your own city, but it's like the whole thing is connected.
Yeah.
I think, again, it's early on. It's going to come out. They have things planned for 2025 already. So I wonder if it will be able to have multiple cities or kingdoms. So I think that's going to be where this game could really shine. But with that said, let's pull up the trailer here. I think it's very, like, I like the art style of the game. It's very fun. It's very almost like Animal Crossing feel, to be honest. It's got that kind of art style. It's really fun too. Like, so you can build different civilizations, attack what's called the bandits. You have different abilities where you can fly like a helicopter by spinning in a circle.
I do like that.
Yeah, it's got farming elements, and as you see here, like you can really build a city or a kingdom however you want and move things around. So you can pick up trees, pick up buildings, just throw anything around. And I think that's why this game's kind of fun looking to me. It gives you so much freedom in terms of like making it what you want in terms of like your own city and civilization. You can run on water, so that's kind of neat. But
I have a question.
yeah,
I couldn't figure this out. Are we like I don't know if you can say this. Are we like little people? Like
I don't know.
Why are the pumpkins so big? Why are all the vegetables and fruits so big? Are we like mini guys?
I don't think so. I think everything is just exaggerated.
Okay, I was unsure of like our perspective as people in this world.
Or maybe we're like trolls, like little.
Yeah, we're like little guys.
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't get that in the story or like the description I read, but they do kind of seem short. But the whole premise of the game, like I said, it's a co-op survival / building game. You play as a monarch, which let's get into that a little bit. It's a one character model. I know it's just a demo, but one character model with different colored outfits. You get to build buildings by gathering resources to build a kingdom, and the whole idea to kind of your whole thing is you try to build the kingdom up by building more buildings, increasing your fame, and the more fame you get, the more people would like to become a part of your kingdom. Um, but at the same time, the more you grow, more people want to overthrow your kingdom.
I think it'll be a fun game. Do you think this is a fun game for a while or a little bit?
I think it's one of those, if you like building civilizations, like those games, like those real time strategy or like not Castle Crashers. What's that one that everybody plays on the phone?
Oh, Clash of Clans.
Yeah, Clash of Clans. If you like doing stuff like that, I think this is also like a dumbed down version of Pal World. I think if you like that game, I think that's all it is. I don't think there's a whole bunch of depth to it. I don't think it really has to be. It seems a little bit shallow in terms of the building and the resource gathering. But other than that, I don't think it's going to be the next big game like that. I think this is just for somebody that, let's say you're bored with Pal World or you're bored of like some of these mobile games, you want to try it on the console or the computer. I think that's what this game is.
And how does like the multiplayer work? So like if me and you want to play this, how is this working? Are we loading into like a shared space, or is it like I'm jumping into your game and everything that we build is like all yours?
That's the sense I got it. So you make a world and you can build in it. And once I log off, I don't know if it's a server thing, if it's always on, or if I build a world like it's off as soon as I get off the game.
See, that's what I was wondering too. It's like, is it a shared world like Minecraft, or is it like I need to play with you, or this world is dead to me? Kind of like a Stardew.
I think that's how it is, to be honest. I didn't look into that too much. I played by myself, so I don't know for sure. I played by myself for like 30 minutes. I think it's you log in, your friends can jump in, but once you log off, your world is gone.
Yeah, because I'm selfish, man. And as much as like it's fun to jump into your world and like help you build stuff, like it's still not mine. You know what I mean? So like I tried to do this with our friend Storm, friend of the podcast. Dude, like I jumped in Storm Stardew world and like tried, building with him and stuff like that. But I just like at the end of the day, like it was his world and I just like wasn't into it. And he was nice. He like gave me my spot in like my own house and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. It's just not the same.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you're not building it for you, and like it's like almost loses the fun factor. It's like, oh, I'm just building this for somebody else, and I totally get that. But I don't know for 100%. So if you know in the comments below, if you log off, is the world like you can't get into that world, or your friends can't get into the world? Let us know. I didn't really quite get that from playing the game. Like I said, I only played for a little bit, and I didn't see anything on that in the comments or anything like that, or the description. So
yeah, and it does look a lot like the Clash of Clans kind of mobile kind of just drop it, just kind of plant it and drop it, which I'm totally fine with. I mean, I think this game is going to be more for like I don't want to say casual gamers, because I think it's,
you want a chill building game, like a chill resource gathering. It's not going to be too difficult or anything like that. You just want something chill.
You basically want to play a phone game, but you want to play like a better version of it on your TV.
Or it's something you want to build a city, but you want to have a little bit more depth than just plotting stuff down. Like you want to have to gather the resources. You want to have to defeat things and feel like you're doing more. I think that's what this game is. It's a step up from Clash of Clans and games like that, but it's not quite like Pal World or Minecraft, where you really have to like put the effort into building something great.
This is a middle ground between Pal World and if you want to just dick around on your phone.
Yeah,
this is where that game lives.
I think so. I think that's where this game kind of lives. Going into it a little bit, like I said, you play as a monarch that you're trying to build a kingdom and grow it. And so where the game kind of has a lot of depth to it in terms of like things that you'll have. You have over 28 settlement buildings. So things like castles, outhouses, sawmills, soup kitchens, places to break down iron and things like that. What's the metal guy called? Like the metal workers? What are those
Blacksmith?
called? Blacksmith. You have a blacksmith station. I'm so silly with that. Did I just call myself silly?
What's the metal guy?
No, what did I just called myself silly.
Leave
What
it
a
in.
Weirdo.
Leave it
What a
in.
weirdo.
I'm so silly.
I'm so silly. I'm trying to, like, a little bit more positive self-talk, so I didn't want to call myself stupid.
Be positive. You own
Yeah.
it, bro. You
Yeah.
own it.
Yeah, I'm stupid. Just
This,
kidding.
no, this is great. This is good.
But anyway, it has stuff like that. The game will have all 4 seasons, so you'll have to prepare your farms and your resources based off of that. Infrastructure items such as roads, fences, walls, stuff like that. I didn't quite get this yet as I was going through the demo, but there's resource management and just like almost like an economy management too. So again, kind of going to that like phone game or like 2 Point Hospital. You ever play that?
No.
Well, anyway, it's kind of similar, but you have to like manage the taxation and the income and like the farming, the livestock. So I thought that was really cool. So there's a little bit more management to the kingdom to keep people happy. And you have to, again, I only played for 30 minutes, so I didn't see the full circle of how it all works.
The full gamma.
Yeah, the full gamma of how that all works and how do you keep people happy or how do you keep them mad, like not mad? How do you keep them not from hunger, like getting hungry? How to there's a couple times where my like villagers were fighting each other and I didn't know why. They just started fighting. So that's kind of cool to figure out all that.
That kind of stinks that you got to deal with money, though.
I think you can kind of set it and forget it, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I think what it does is like they can leave, like if they're not happy, they'll leave. But if you put it right in the middle, I think it's comes to the point of like how much resources like they will make if they're happier. But if they're like right in the middle, like you'll get like 1.5 if they're happy, but if they're not and they're just like there, like 1.25.
Okay, because dealing with money scares me. This is going to be like Sim City, where I'm 7 days into my build and my city is $8 billion in debt, and I'm looking up cheat codes for infinite money.
I don't think that's the case. I think it's one of those things that it's a set and forget and not have to worry about it. So I think that's all it is. I think this game is just really try to build a kingdom as big as you can, but also have to protect it. And the protect it is where the bandits come in and other creatures that can come attack your land. And the bigger it grows and the more fame that you gather, the more enemies and bandits and creatures come in and attack your kingdom. And I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I do like that part. I like that your kingdom can get attacked.
I think it would be kind of boring if it couldn't.
Yeah.
So you have to defend yourself with like different weapons that you have. So in the demo that I played, you had a sword, but also a broadsword, so like a bigger sword. I only put like 30 minutes into it. There's not much depth to the combat. You can have a shield, but it's a one button combat system, like square over and over.
I honestly didn't think it would be anything more than that.
Yeah, but I think they could have added like triangle, like a heavy attack and a light attack. And there's different ways to attack. So if you like charge up a run and you like hit square, it might do like a spin attack. But I think it'd be cool to do like more, have the swing attack. But I wonder, so there's things that I didn't unlock, such as like fire bombs. So I wonder if triangle is going to be like firebomb or stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just because it's a demo. I mean, it's a little bit, lacking on some certain things. But honestly, like we said, man, it's hard. It's a building game. So it's cool that they have this combat mechanic into it. Like we talked about this with, what's the Lord of the Rings game? The Shire.
Oh, yeah.
Like that one, it's essentially the same thing, and that one didn't even have a combat system.
I don't know. I just think the game was fun. I think it played pretty smoothly, to be honest. Powers that you get. So the whole idea how you gain powers is you wear your crown. And when you die, you actually lose your crown. You have to go get it back. But by getting the crown, you can lift heavy objects, run very fast, things like that. Like use the helicopter to like get around as a helicopter spinning in a circle. Yeah, I think I think the game is going to be fun. I don't think it's going to be anything groundbreaking. It's going to be a cheap game that we'll put some time into.
I think it's going to be fun if you guys are fans of like the phone games like Clash of Clans and stuff like that. Probably going to be a fan of this one. It's going to be, I think it's personally going to be kind of the exact same thing, but just like a little bit more upgraded. But I'm excited to play it. It's a fun, chill game that you can just mess around with for an hour and not take too seriously.
Yeah, and I think it's a game that you can get lost in. If you like, oh, I just want to build a little settlement, or you can just go full blown like kingdom. But I think one thing that they could probably add to the game is having a peaceful mode where you can just build your kingdom and not have to worry about it getting destroyed by bandits. I think that would be a huge kind of, again, because some people just want to build a kingdom and a settlement, but if it's always being attacked, like, dang, like I have to defend this when I just want to see what I can build. I think that's where the game could improve on.
It definitely depends on how much you get attacked. Like when I was playing the forest, like just really wanted to stop getting attacked at some points.
Exactly. And so I wonder if they'll add something like that. The game has 3 maps, will have 3 maps at launch. During the demo, it's 2. And so where I was going with they have a bunch of stuff planned for 2025. I didn't write all of them down, but they'll have boat building and a couple other things I didn't remember what they said, but they have content planned aside from like its early access 2024 release. So there's no date on it either, but I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I think it also needs more character design. And I really want to know how big the raids of bandits get. Like, I wonder, like, is there your settlement is a mile long, and so now like tops out at 100 bandits. Like, I wonder what the max of bandits is.
I mean, I think for just like the mainstay of the game, there has to be a max, right? Because like there has to be a point where it's they're in development. They're like, all right, there's 40 people on the screen right now, and then the FPS is going nuts. Like it's not. This is not working. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you look at like what's the game, or even Infinity Siege. Like, there's tons and tons of stuff loading in, and I just felt like the frame rate was fine.
Infinity Siege is like
Okay, let's go somewhere a little bit more popular and better. Warhammer, the Space Marine.
I still think Warhammer's a little bit more higher budget than this, don't you think?
No, definitely. But what I'm saying is like they can have. It's not going to affect it. Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This feels like a little bit of a lower budget title. I mean,
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
now,
Like
yeah.
it's probably maxed at certain points.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
curious to know what that is.
I don't
Or
think
like.
I think what you're getting at is like, is this going to be kind of like a horde shooter?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to get to that level. I think it
Interesting.
maybe max out at like 20.
Yeah, the first bandit attack that I fought was like 10.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
maybe
so-
they max out at like 20, 30.
Or maybe it's different, like, it's not so worried about the bandits attacking. Maybe like 1, it's like 10, but even though if you're grown, it's like 10 again or 20 this time. Like, maybe it like varies in various times, maybe.
My idea would be that they have kind of like tiers, right? So like your first little attack is like 10 little kind of scrubby bandits, and then like the next one might be 20, but then once you start going there, it's like, all right, now it's 20 and like this big ogre, or like now it's 25 and this 2 big ogres, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm curious. Like to know.
Yeah, because when they do that, they usually have like a couple tanky enemies in there. You got like some scrubs around them, and then you got some beefy boys that you got to take care of. That's usually what they do.
I will go into my opinion a little bit about the demo and the combat itself again. It wasn't very fluid. I know I said the game felt fluid, but the combat was kind of I died like 6 times fighting the same bandits because I just couldn't figure out how to block, because as I was blocking with my shield, I was still getting killed, I guess. So I know it's a demo, it's got things to work on, but fix that pretty good because I just kept dying over and over.
Fix the hitbox on the shield, boys.
Definitely did not work. Maybe I was just slightly off. I don't know, but fix that, make it feel a little bit more impactful. Add some things to spice up the combat instead of hitting square over and over. Again, I think they're gonna have fire bombs and I know there's weapons like muskets and guns. So I think that maybe the person, like as a player, you'll get that as well. So we'll see.
We will see. I mean, it does look fun. Price wise, I can't imagine this is gonna be super expensive. If you guys are looking for a game that's just kind of chill, kind of low key, kind of take it easy, and you're sick of dicking around on your phone, this is the game.
With that said, let us know in the comments if this is a game that you're excited about. But I think it's time, Dave. So overthrow, throw up. Like, those are some connected words, right?
Yeah, those are some connected words already.
Yeah. So I think we should play the popular game Chain Link, where we have to connect our words. Is that what it is?
Throw
What's that?
up.
Yeah. So we are playing Chain Link. Is that a good intro? I don't know how we can introduce this.
Ladies
Word
and
Chain Link?
gentlemen, this is Word Chain.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a good one.
All right, Dave. So you have my list. I have your list. Let's start it off. I'll let you start it off. Or no. Yeah.
You're gonna let me start it off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
If you get this on one go, I'm going to quit.
my first word with you is hot, correct?
Yep.
All right, next letter. Is it potato?
Yes.
It is potato.
Yep.
Okay, I got a C. Is it chip?
Yes.
This is where it goes off the rails.
Oh, okay.
Got a D. Is it dip?
Yes, dang it.
Chip dip. Okay.
Yep.
Dip S. Dip. Is it dip stick?
Yes, dang it.
Is it stick up?
Yeah.
Up D. Updo.
Nope.
Oh no, I left the door open.
You left the door open, so the letter you get is O. Okay,
I
my
still
turn.
don't know it. Yeah. Okay, you're up.
All right. I guess so. We're gonna go couch potato,
Couch potato is correct.
potato chip.
Potato chip also correct.
How did we do that? That's so
We were
funny.
both 2 and 3 too. It's
Yeah.
like the exact same spot. That's fantastic. That's more incredible than us getting this right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potato chip C chip. This is where I lost it. Chip crisp.
That is incorrect.
Dang it.
The letter you get is L.
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 Okay. What do you got? You got it?
Up. It's not up down, is it?
Nope. Your next letter is G.
Up dog.
Oh, well, it's my turn. Chip clip.
What's up dog?
Chip clip.
It is indeed chip clip.
Clip B. Board. Clipboard.
It is indeed clipboard.
Board game.
It is indeed board game.
And the last letter is S. Game. Stop.
No.
No. What is it?
no.
What's the next letter?
Close. Your next letter is H.
Game. Okay. Oh, well, you won. So, dang it. What's the last word, Dave?
Dog.
Yeah. Dang it.
What's up, dog?
Yeah. Up dog. Like, up dog?
What's up, dog?
Yeah. Up dog.
I don't get it.
Like up dog.
Up dog what?
I don't know. This is up dog. I'm pretty sure up dog is a term for like throw up too.
Up dog?
Yeah.
This is a joke.
Huh?
This is
What's a joke?
This is a joke.
What joke?
You notice how I keep saying what's up, dog?
Not much. You.
Yeah. Are you trying to troll me?
What's up, dog?
This feels like a troll. Does anybody else know what I'm talking about? Are we taking crazy pills? What is happening right now?
What's up, dog?
This is a joke from The Office.
I know.
I'm so confused.
I'm just kidding. Okay, let me get your word here. SH.
My brain
Game.
hurts.
Game. Shop.
No.
Oh, what's the next letter?
Oh.
Game show.
Game show. Yeah, game show.
Dang it, that was fun though.
That was fun.
You didn't get it enough, but yeah.
How fantastic that we both had potato chip as 2 and 3.
I can't believe that.
I
Like
literally... Wait,
Well, I was gonna say potato gun at the beginning, but that's so funny. This is the first time we've done it, and we both had that's cool.
we
That's
are
cool. That's funny.
totally in sync.
Wavelength.
We'll quick.
Yep.
On the count of 3, say a word. Any word. 1, 2, 3.
Chicken. You didn't say a word.
my brain just stalled that he couldn't say anything.
All right, so I say chicken. What's the next word? You ready? Ready? Try again. There's another game that we could do. Have you seen these videos?
What are these?
1, 2, 3. Coop.
Rooster.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, were we
right.
trying to get the same word?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Farm.
Egg. Damn it.
No.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Cow.
Omelet.
What did you
All
say?
right, ready? I said omelet.
Omelet. Okay.
Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Milk.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's do it. That's
Let's
cool.
go.
All right. Let us know in the comments on this random tangent that we just went through. Did you get those words right? Let's move on to the next game. Bylina, Dave. It comes out in 2025 by Far Games.
2025, yes, Bylina. This one's going to be
Yes.
short and sweet because there's not a lot to talk about here, but I do want to bring this to the table because I think this is a very interesting idea. We could go ahead and pull up the trailer, but Adam talked a little bit about this, how he's getting into Greek mythology in the beginning of the episode. I think this game is cool because it kind of is rooted in Slavic folklore, which is kind of the same kind of vibe, kind of feel. It's like legends and gods and monsters and beasts and warriors and things like that. And if you're just listening, I think the thing that really pulled me in watching this was just, I love this art style. I think the art style is fantastic. Very, I don't want to call it cartoonish, but it's very, looks hand drawn. You know what I mean? It looks drawn. I don't know if there's a better way to kind of put that together, but very bright and very vibrant. And I just think it's a really interesting idea, and the way that they kind of displayed this all together, I think is really fun. Now, the first part of the trailer, if you guys were just listening, is kind of more of like a cinematic, but the second part of the trailer is getting into a lot more gameplay, and I think the gameplay looks really fun and really fluid. It reminds me a lot of Diablo with this like kind of 3/4 top-down side angle-y kind of look. And this part in the trailer is really funny to me. There's this scene in the trailer where just all these people are like kind of doing this weird like head banging
Ritual,
like death metal ritual chanty kind of dance.
You think so? What's the whole premise of this game? So it's an action RPG. Like, what's the whole story behind it? Because I agree with you. I think the art style of the game looks really good. And for me, I didn't quite do as much research as I wanted to on this. I just kind of ran out of time. But what's the whole premise of this game?
So premise of the game, really interesting story. You are going to be playing as Falconet. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I'm very sorry if I'm not, but that is the name of the character that the way that I am reading it. And the story begins, you actually die. And you are revived by a mysterious spirit. But when you're revived by this mysterious spirit, you find yourself in a new land, and this new land is going to be known as Far Kingdom. And the very interesting thing about this is not only did that spirit kind of revive you, but you've also been possessed by that spirit, which is why in the trailer you get these like scenes of like the kind of rituals and chants like that. It's like a possession kind of thing, but you still maintain your awareness most of the time. So it's not like a full-blown possession. It's more just like, you know, this spirit.
It's like a Venom situation.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Venom situation. Yeah. And essentially what you're just going to be doing, there's 3 things you need to do. Number 1, reclaim control over your soul. Number 2, find out who the spirit is and why it's attached itself to you. And number 3 is save the kingdom. The name of the boss, or the evil guy here, is going to be Koschei the Deathless. So I think you were kind of, it's kind of left up into like interpretation from the trailer and the things that they're telling you that you need to do. But my guess is you died, this spirit brought you into this realm to help kind of defeat the deathless, you know, Koschei the Deathless, the ruler here, bringing this kingdom back to like you know, rejoicefulness, I guess, if that's a word. And then along the
Yeah.
way, you're figuring out like, you know, what's going on with you, getting your own soul back and stuff like that. So it's kind of left up to interpretation, but I think they have so many different ways they can go with this and like make the
Yeah.
story really interesting. And then kind of feed that into the Slavic folklore. I mean, there's just so many different things that they can do and so many different ways to keep it interesting.
And it's got a lot of, like you said, it's got a lot of ways they can do it. And it seems like this is going to have just depth to the story. Like it's not one of those like shallow stories. Like you said, there's like various things going on, trying to figure it out. And I think that's really cool. And yeah, like I said, I love Greek mythology. So bring in the Slavic myths. I don't know too many about them, so, but now I'm gonna be like, okay, what's next, Adam? After Greek mythology, so maybe I'll look into some of this stuff. But what do you think of the gameplay? You think it's looking fluid? Like you said it a little bit. What do you think about the top down? Do you think it's a good view of the game? I'm not sure.
I think the top down of it is fine, to be honest. You guys all know that this is not my favorite angle in games. I just don't love it for whatever reason, but we're seeing a lot more games doing this. And I think as much as we're seeing like kind of advanced stuff in the combat, I still think it's going to be I don't want to say it's going to be easy, but I think it's not going to be such a complex combat system. It's giving me vibes of Hades. Like it feels almost like a hack and slash, like Hades style button masher. That's what it looks like to me. And I think in that kind of context, I think it works fine because you don't need to be like ridiculously meticulous. You know what I mean? It's like that angle works fine on a hack and slash because it's really just about kind of getting in close and just mashing buttons. Now, if we're talking about like you know, a shooter that's not a twin stick or like anything where it's like very meticulous, in-depth combat system, that's probably not the angle that I want. But for a game like this, I think it's fine.
Okay, and so this is going into the trailer a little bit. When you saw the guy like pulling his bow and arrow, and you saw the little flash of white, you think that was just them throwing in some like random animations, or you think that's the animation? Like you see the little white burst of like arrow going. What do you think?
I mean, I think that's probably the animation that they were going with. Because if you look at the gameplay, what, you think they just threw it in kind of last second?
I think it looks like those royalty free animations for stuff like that. Yeah,
From like just the Unreal Engine 5, just kind of
yeah,
stock shit?
yeah.
I mean,
It could be.
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the trailer they threw it in, but I just felt like they seemed out of place, to be honest.
I mean, there's a possibility. This is a game by Firefire Games. This is their first title. This is the first
Mm,
game that they've ever put out. So I mean, it could have some stock stuff in it.
yeah.
It-
Okay. I mean, that's not a game breaker. It just felt funny to me that those animations just seemed out of place to me. But overall, I think that the story, the the what's it, the resource of the what is it called? The source material is really cool.
yeah.
The art style is really neat, and I think this game is, like you said, it's gonna be one of those hidden gems. And going to the weapons a little bit, you know me, they have bow and arrows, so
That's kind of what I thought you might be interested in this
yeah.
game because there is
So
a bow and arrow. You're gonna get a sword. You can get a spear. So there's lots of different ways to play this game. Also, you're gonna get access to unique techniques and spells. So this is not just a hack and slash. If you want to go a little bit more of the stand back and go with like the magic route, you can go the magic route if you want to do that. I think there's going to be a bunch of different ways to play this game. Each area, it's kind of like you're opening up sections of the game, and when you open up a new section of the game, you'll get access to new unique NPCs that it will control the game in different ways, secrets, puzzles, weapons, all that stuff. So I think it's for a first game, it feels like there's a lot here, and I'm kind of like I'm not only excited for this game, but if this game is as good as I think it is, like I'm excited to see what this studio can do. You know what I mean? Because it feels like they have a lot of ideas in place, and right now they just might not have that mainstream budget. But you know, if this game's successful and they start, you know, this studio starts making money, they already feel like they kind of know what makes a good game. They might just not have the ability to do it right now to the fullest. So I'm excited for the game.
it seems like this game's gonna have a little bit more. Like you said, it's got the makings of a good game, and from what the like it's gonna have a lot of exploration to it too. Like different cities you'll be able to go to, like forests, dungeons, and castles. Like I feel like they're putting a lot into the atmosphere of the game, and I think that's really cool. And for a first game, like we've talked about a lot of these like developers that make some of these first games. Like, yeah, it's cool. Like there's not much to it, but for this game, I really do think, like you've been mentioning, it has the makings of becoming a good game. It's got the source material to really have a a just a good feel to it in terms of what am I trying to say? There's something I'm trying to say. Atmosphere wise, source material, it's got depth to it, is what I'm trying to say, I think.
It definitely has depth. It has a good vibe. And I think if you go back and really kind of look at the trailer, like kind of nitpick it, you can kind of see a lot of things in here. Like it's going to be, if I had to pick one game that it reminds me of the most of, it's definitely Hades. But it feels like it has a little bit more going on there, right? So it's like we've seen the combat system. We've seen you can either hack and slash this, you could stand back, you can do magic. If you go look through the trailer, there's also treasures to find. There's clips of them solving puzzles. That scene where he's running on the bridge and all the hands are coming out, like it feels like there's going to be little aspects of like platforming in here. It just feels like there's going to be a lot in this game. It feels like it's going to be a little bit of a lot. And if they do a little bit of a lot really well, it's going to be a fun game that's going to hold your attention. It's not going to get monotonous. It's you'll get in depth with the story, uncovering the secrets, solving the puzzles. Like if they do every little thing good, it's going to be a great game.
Do you think so? With all the different weapons, do you think it's gonna have different builds, or you just like you can switch the weapons as you please?
I don't feel like it's going to have different builds. I just feel like you're going to be able to switch to the weapons.
Gotcha. Kind of like Hades, where you can just re-equip different stuff.
Yeah, you can just re-equip different stuff. I feel like there's probably going to be some type of skill tree involved with like these unique techniques and skills. It's like, once you get to a certain area, you probably get skill points. You can unlock different stuff, different spells, different techniques. It doesn't feel like there's going to be builds. It feels, like we said, it's a first game. It's a smaller game. They're going to do a lot of a little. So I think builds would be a little bit too much for this. I feel like you're just going to get the character and just play as is. But I think that's fine. I think that's fine for this game.
I think so, especially for a developer's first game. I think this game has a lot to offer for a first game and a lot of promise for the developer, I think, in general.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm most excited about. This game looks fantastic. The developer looks like they kind of know what makes a good game. So excited to see where they go for this game and future games.
I would agree.
Should be a great game. Bylina comes out sometime in 2025. Should be sweet. Check it out.
Check it out. Let us know in the comments if you're interested in it. And now, Dave, this is a game that's not exclusive, but
we did not
exclusive games.
We did not have a great segue to this.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, we did the PlayStation exclusive cut or keep, and I decided it just wasn't fair that we only did PlayStation and not Xbox. So Adam, this is going to be Xbox exclusive cut or keep. Are you ready?
All right, let me pull up this image here. Yes, I am ready. And to be honest, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
I'm excited just because if you guys haven't seen the PlayStation one yet, I made a lot of people mad.
Yeah.
And now it's Adam's turn. So
I think I'm gonna make a lot of people mad because are we okay? Am I doing keep 4, cut 5? Or how do you want me to do it today?
Let's do cut 4.
Cut 4.
I'll let you keep 5. Okay. So if you guys are just listening, we have 9 games up on the screen. The games are Starfield, Halo, Hellblade, Gears of War, Left 4 Dead, Fable, Sunset Overdrive, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Adam, which game are you keeping first?
Keeping first. I think you knew it was coming, but Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Wow, in the keeps.
In the keeps. Okay, I know this is going to get a lot of backlash, but Microsoft Flight Simulator is one of those things that is so fun, so chill. I actually felt like I learned how to fly a plane. It was early in my days of streaming, and I made it like a whole show. I did commercials. I did in-flight snacks and things like that. So I'm keeping that at one of my keeps. Cut-wise, all right. Xbox and fans and lovers of Xbox. I love Xbox. However, I have never been into Halo, and I'm going to make some people mad. Halo is getting cut first.
You're cutting Halo first.
Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble for that.
Wow.
But
This is
and
going
I
to be
say
the
I
greatest
love-
short ever.
yeah, I love Microsoft, and people are like, and I love Xbox. They're like, no, you're not a true Xbox fan. I can see it soon. I can see it happening. Okay, keeping next. See, this is where it gets tough because I actually don't have too much experience with many more of these games. I feel like I have to keep Gears. Gears is so cool.
That's a good choice. If you're ditching Halo, you got to keep Gears.
Gears is such a cool, bloody game, so I'm keeping Gears. Not much else to say on it. All right. Yeah. My next cut is Ori and the Blind Forest.
That one hurts me.
I've never played it.
That one
and I
hurts.
I don't know too much about it. I'm sure it's a great game, but I've never played it, so I gotta cut it. Next keep. See, again, this is where it gets tough. I've never played Hellblade, but I have it. I want to play it. We've talked about it. I've watched a lot of gameplay on it, so I'm gonna keep Hellblade because of like how critically acclaimed it is and how good it actually is. So that's gonna be on my list to keep.
That's a great choice.
Yeah. Okay. Cut. I'm cutting Left 4 Dead. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Are you just over zombies?
I think that's partially why
I think
it
I'm
is.
over zombies too.
Yeah, I think back in the day, if you would have asked me high school Adam when I actually played the game, I'd probably been like, yeah, let's keep it. But right now in this moment, nah, I'm cutting it.
Zombies are dead, y'all. Zombies are dead.
Yeah. All right. Am I on my third keep?
Third keep. Yep.
Third keep. I feel like I have to keep Fable.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Fable. I have limited experience in it, but it's fun. It's one of those not casual, very lighthearted games. I think it's very fun.
I mean, you know, I just love that genre.
Yeah. I agree.
Anything witchy, wizardy,
Is this my last cut
this
here?
is your last cut. Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea what Sunset Overdrive is, so I'm cutting Sunset Overdrive.
Wow, really?
Never heard of it, never played it. So Starfield is going to be my last keep, and Sunset is going to be my last cut.
You know what? I think you did.
I think I made some mistakes by cutting Halo, Left 4 Dead, and Ori.
Yeah, I think you're gonna make some people mad. I was gonna say I
Yeah.
think you did good, but then I looked back and saw Halo and Ori, and I was like, ooh, maybe people are gonna be upset.
Yep. So I'm sorry, everybody. But Dave, let's hear yours. How would you break this down?
Oh, I'm gonna cut this.
Yeah, I did it at the PlayStation last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, first cut Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
I mean,
I should have cut that first.
I've played it. It's not great.
What is it? A first-person shooter? What is it?
It's like this weird, janky. Like think of like if like I thought you might have played it because it's kind of Jet Set Radio-ish.
Oh, really?
Think of like Jet Set Radio with like guns.
Interesting. Yeah, never played it.
Yeah, it's
never
very
heard of it.
interesting. First cut for me is going to be
Or first keep.
my first keep.
Yeah.
Okay. First keep is Gears.
Yep.
Yeah, easy.
I saw that.
First keep is Gears, easy. Next cut, Left 4 Dead. Also, I am also over zombies.
Okay.
And next keep is gonna be Ori and the Blind Forest. Love Ori and the Blind Forest.
Okay.
Fantastic.
They're
Okay.
making a new game of Ori too.
Yeah, Will the Wisp. We talked about it. We did, yeah. That's still patiently waiting for it to come out.
Yep.
Next cut. Now we're gonna make. Oh God, I'm gonna do it too. You know what? I'm doing it too. Halo, you're gone. You're gone.
Yeah.
I just don't care about Halo. I just don't.
Never did.
Next keep. We're gonna do Hellblade.
Okay.
Last cut. Oh God, I gotta cut Star.
It's okay. Wait, what are you doing?
I gotta cut Starfield or Fable
What?
or
No, you got cut Microsoft or
Starfield or Fable.
or Flight Simulator. You cut Flight Simulator already?
No, those are the 3 I got left: Starfield, Fable, and Flight Sim.
Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, so you have one more cut.
I really
Or 2 more
don't
cuts.
want
One
to
more.
cut any of them.
Yeah.
I gotta cut. I gotta do it though. I gotta cut Flight Sim. I'm just not as like.
And do it as me.
I'm just not as versed in the like. I understand how great the game is, but I just like, you know what I mean? Like you need a yoke and like you know to like really.
Yeah, really get the full experience.
what I
I
mean?
understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, Flight Sim fans.
That's all right. So you kept Gears, you kept Fable, Hellblade, Ori,
And Starfield.
and Starfield.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Alrighty.
We're gonna make people mad either way.
Let us know in the comments which your cuts and keeps are. Yeah, definitely gonna make everybody in the comments. You don't like Xbox if you didn't keep Halo. I can hear it now. I can read it now. I should
We
say
both cut Halo.
we both did.
Yeah,
but
we
That's
did.
okay. Moving on to our last movie of the night or topic of the night, and that is Mufasa: The Lion King. Comes out also on Christmas. Yeah, we already kind of talked about it a little bit. I don't have much to say on this except for why are you ruining such an iconic franchise by throwing garbage? Why are you throwing garbage, Disney? Like, you ruined it with the first live action, and now you're bringing in another one that, okay, it's a cool original storyline of Mufasa, but at the same time, is it really that cool? I don't know.
Can I just be honest?
Yeah, that's what this podcast is, Dave. Just honesty all the time.
I want this movie to be good.
Oh,
Like
why?
I want so badly for this to be good.
I don't.
Why?
Because
you just want you just want them to fail because of their idea.
I'm tired of these stupid live action movies. It's probably a hot take, but I do not like these movies. Like, make it a cartoon again. Are cartoons dead? Do people not like cartoons or animation movies?
I mean, the Pixar kind of vibe is still alive and well.
That's what I mean. But the movie style of like Jungle Book and Lion King.
Actual drawing, like actual animation, I think is dead. I think Pixar has replaced animation.
It's disappointing.
It really is disappointing.
Okay, that's where I don't have much else to say about it. So what this movie is, let me go ahead and pull up the trailer here. It's a prequel to the original story of Lion King. It's about Mufasa and how he, I'm guessing, becomes the Lion King. So let's go ahead and place it here. And it sounds like, so Scar and
We get to see
Mufasa.
Rafiki.
And you get to
Timon
see
and Pumbaa.
and Simba. So, and it's not a story that really involves them. It's all about Mufasa and his uprising. And it's funny that, so the idea of this is Mufasa and Scar were actually not brothers. Mufasa almost becomes adopted. And so,
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say aside from that. And yeah, did you see much on the plot line of the movie aside from?
I mean, it looks interesting.
Okay.
The thing about it though is like, I don't know. I feel like every time they do this, they just like change shit just to change shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in the original Lion King, they really were brothers, right?
Right. I don't know for a fact, but I don't know why they wouldn't be at this sense, but I mean, they have two completely different colored manes, but even in this movie, Scar's mane is not the color of the mane from the animated movie.
Yeah, I mean, I know they look different in the original movie, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Okay, I have two things on this. Like I said, I want this movie to be good because I'm just like honestly just so upset of them like taking things I love from my childhood and just ruining them. So I kind of just want them to like make good stuff. But like, I don't know, dude. It's like when, like you said, like when are these ideas gonna die? Like when are they gonna do some original stuff?
Yeah. Especially because like the live action of The Lion King wasn't well received.
No.
Either. And so they're like, oh, it did bad, so let's do it again. Like, I don't see why that's a good idea. And I don't know. And are there actually lions that are that white? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm guessing so because those are cool looking
They're
lions.
badass looking like
Yeah.
and this is the worst part about it, right? Is like this all of this stuff that we're seeing in the trailer looks really cool. Like these lions are fighting each other and like jumping
Yeah.
over waterfalls and like
Yeah.
it looks like it's gonna have funny parts and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, the story just doesn't hold up to like the quality of where the filming is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's kind of we had the conversation with Sony. Like Sony's like cinematics always look really good, but their storylines are always so garbage. And I think that's where Disney's kind of turning into as well with some of these remakes and live action stuff.
Yeah, it's like the writing can't match the quality of the video production because they all look really good. They all look like they should be really cool. They all look like there's something that you would enjoy, but then when you get into that, you know, for lack of better words, that depth, that story, that like plot, it's always just so janky. And it's like they almost do they almost like it's almost like they're trying to mess up these stories on purpose. You know what I mean? They always throw some weird thing in where you're like, why did you change that? And like, how do you think that makes the story better?
We should be story writers.
I just feel like, you know, sometimes, I don't know. I was telling Adam this. I'm like, sometimes it's there. Like, you don't have to do anything. It's that, like, it's there for you. You don't need to change something all the time just because it's a new thing. Like, sometimes people just want to see what they should see. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just weird. It's like it's almost like they're trying to fill an expectation that nobody expects.
I just don't think these live actions are very good. Do you like them? Like any of these, like the Jungle Book or the 100 Dalmatians? 100 Dalmatians, that's old. Like that's old remake, like live action. But I feel like this new stuff isn't quality, like in terms of just the way, like we've been saying, the plot line and the depth of the actors, and it doesn't hit as hard.
Can I be honest? Like super honest. I don't think this movie's for us. No, I think Disney is still going with the model that got them to where they are. These movies are for kids.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I
but-
mean? No. And like it's different, right? Because they've kind of switched gears. Like back in the day, I feel like Pixar, when they got into that Pixar realm, that wasn't just for kids. That was for everybody. You know what I mean? Now they've switched back to like now we only give a crap if kids like the movies, and we're using names and stuff that like parents will recognize to be like, yeah, go ahead, watch The Lion King. I love the Lion King when I was a kid. Now you can go see your Lion King, and they don't really care if like we care if the movie's good. They only care if the kid likes it. And you can't be mad at them for that because that's what got them to where they are now. But I feel like Disney, you know, for a long time, Disney was making movies. Disney started off for kids. And then as the kids that fell in love with Disney grew up, they kind of tried to trail those teens, adolescents, adults on to making things that were like for them to. Disney was growing with their crowd. And then they just kind of were like, we're done with that. We're going back to just like making stuff for kids.
I don't know. Why can't it just be original ideas for kids then? That's where I'm stuck at. But I don't know. I can see that. I don't know. I just feel like live action is almost so. It's for me like thinking about like when I was a kid, live action stuff. Maybe I was just a dumb kid, but I feel like live action movies were just so much harder to follow than like an animated. Maybe I was just dumb as a kid. but-
No. I mean, I totally understand it because the thing with animation too is everything's so exaggerated,
Yeah.
right? Because you're using pictures to tell a story, so you really need to make things kind of over the top and very broad, like very in your face and stuff like that. I don't think that the live actions are like. Let me put it to you this way. I don't think the live actions are hard to follow. I just think specifically for you like, and a lot of other people, myself included, we're just not into them. And we're not into that story anymore. So there's no need for us to follow it. You know, it's almost like hard to pay attention to it because you care so little about it. You know what I mean? That's the thing, because I feel like Disney kind of split itself, right? It's like now that they have all this, like they have Marvel, they have Star Wars. It's like they have content for the kids that grew up on Disney, loving Disney. They have that content for those kids that grew up loving Disney that are adults now. They have stuff for them, and it's like their original stuff. Their Lion Kings, Aladdin's, all of the things that like we grew up with. They're just pushed back to like the kids side, and they're like, this is for kids. Who cares if the story makes it? The kids aren't going to care. They just want to see lions. You know what I mean? Which is, it's kind of sad, to be honest, but it just means we're getting older.
I think that's what it comes down to. Maybe that's why I'm so harsh on this. I'm just a cynical old man. Don't want to be happy anymore.
I mean, it's sad, right? It's just sad because you see something that you loved when you were a child just kind of like starting to not die, because they're obviously doing fine, but just kind of like become less relevant to you.
Relevant, tainted.
Tainted. Just greedy and just full of hatred.
All right, I'll step back a little bit, and hopefully, like Dave said, hopefully this movie's good. Will I see it? I'll probably see it as soon as it hits Disney Plus, and but yeah, I'm just not excited for it. Again, like Dave said, it's for kids. I shouldn't be so harsh on it, but like Dave said, it means that we're getting old and we're losing out on the stuff that we once loved as kids.
It's sad to see the things that you loved so much as a kid become irrelevant to you.
Yeah.
That, my friends, is the reality of life.
Yeah.
What a bitter,
You know what it
sad
is?
way to end this conversation.
You know what it is, Dave?
What?
The circle of life.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Truly is the circle of life.
All right, let us know in the comments if this is a movie you are excited about. And if I'm just being a senile, angry old man, even though I'm not old yet, I'm getting there.
Adam's not wrong. It looks terrible. We're just,
Okay, good.
yeah, we're just.
Coming up with excuses to why it could be a good movie.
Why am I covering for Disney? What is wrong with me?
Yeah,
Somebody
I was
check
gonna
my
say.
temperature.
Temperature. All right, Dave, I have a new game for you. Not new. We've played it in the past, but so Mufasa, lions, the birds, the hyenas, they're all pretty cool animals, right?
I'm terrified. Yeah, they're
It'd
pretty
be
cool.
nice if they were all like if there was a Disney zoo, a zoo of Disney animals, right?
Yeah.
So what we have here is you have $15 to make the best Disney zoo with Disney animal characters.
Okay, let's go.
Is that kind of cool?
Yeah, this is a cool idea.
All right. So I have 4 different types of animals. So I have felines. So it could be like lions, tigers, cats, stuff like that. Okay.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do I need to have any money left over for anything?
No, not
okay,
with this
okay,
one.
Okay.
Nope.
All
This
right.
one, 4 categories, $15. Pay how you would like.
Okay.
So, like I said, Disney Zoo, we have felines, bears, aquatic life, and birds.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sound
so
good.
let's start with the felines. For $5, you have Simba from The Lion King.
Okay.
$4, you have Raja, the tiger from Aladdin.
Ooh.
$3, the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland.
Ooh, really?
$2, you have Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. And for $1, you have Duchess from the Aristocrats.
Oh no. $5 Simba, $4 is
Raja, the tiger from Aladdin. I'm probably saying that wrong too.
how can I not take the Share Cat?
Is that what you're taking?
Yeah,
for
I'm
$3?
doing it. It's
All right,
$3.
$3.
$3, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Moving on to the bears. We have for $5 Baloo,
Baloo.
from the Jungle Book. Can I say the rest first? Jeez, Dave. Dang. For $4, you have Winnie the Pooh. $3, you have Po from Kung Fu Panda. $2, you have Coda from Brother Bear. And for $1, you have Lotso Huggin from Toy Story.
I'm going with Baloo.
All right, so you have $8 here.
No, I had
So you have-
$7.
yeah, I was saying you have 8 total right now. Aquatic was kind of hard to come with, so there's a few from the same movie here. So starting it off for $5, you have Crush, the sea turtle from Finding Nemo.
Oh no.
Yeah, you have Flounder, who is the Little Mermaid from Little Mermaid. $3 you have Nemo, $2 you have Dory, and $1 you have Sebastian from The Little Mermaid as well.
$5. I'm doing it.
Crush. Okay, so you're at $13. You have $2 left, but here's the bird options for you. For $5, you could have had Donald Duck.
Oh no.
Yeah, for $4 you could have had. This is probably a bad one here, but $4 you could have had Lago from Aladdin. You know the.
Oh,
the
that was
parrot.
a good one too.
Yeah. $3 you have Ace Cluck from Chicken Little.
That was a good one too.
Yeah. $2 you have the little rooster from Moana. Hi hi.
Yeah.
And for $1,
What's $1?
you have Mine Seagulls. The mine.
Oh,
mine.
put $1. What?
Oh, okay.
Give me them seagulls. I don't
Yeah,
like the
mine.
rooster.
You don't like the rooster?
I don't like the rooster. No.
The hi who's like pecking the boat the whole
Yeah,
time and
it's
random
alright.
stuff, eating rocks. So yeah, here is your you have $1 to spare too.
I know. I'm buying popcorn.
Yeah, your zoo is Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, Baloo from Jungle Book. That was a given. Had to be on the list.
Winnie the Pooh is not worth $4. I said
No.
it. I said it, people.
Wow.
I said
wow.
it, people.
Aquatic Life, yeah, you had to have Crush. I felt like he's totally radical, dude.
Dude, he already has his own attraction at Disney. It's proven
Yeah.
that will work.
Yeah, exactly. Birds, yeah, I think I would have liked Chicken Little, Ace Cluck.
You
That would've been
think?
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you took the Mine Seagulls.
Well, I mean, I only had $2.
Yeah, they're also annoying. Mine. You're going to annoy your guests. They're going to leave because of mine, over and over.
I mean, it'd be kind of funny for the beginning.
Yeah, it would be.
I'll
Alright.
put them at the end where you can see them on the way out.
I like it. I think, okay, I'm going to go over mine, what I would do, to be honest.
Do it.
I honestly would probably pick the Tiger Raja from Aladdin, so for $4.
I was debating on that because I feel like I love the Cheshire Cat, but I feel like Raja would be a bigger draw because people would want to
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of dangerous, you know?
Yeah, and the Cheshire, how would you say it? Cheshire?
The Cheshire?
Cheshire Cat?
Yeah.
I think he would like escape and cause some harm to your guest as well.
Or just like hypnotize them and make them trip out.
Yeah, something like that. So maybe it's actually kind of a cool thing. Oh, see,
I'll get all the hippies. All the hippies
Yeah.
are coming to my zoo.
yeah, yeah. So not $4. Baloo has to be, so $9 there has to be it. I really like Flounder, to be honest, because I'm at 9 right now.
Yeah, you
I
got
need-
$6 left, so
Oh shoot!
3
I'm taking Dory. I'll take Dory.
doing it.
Yeah,
Okay.
$11. That way I can take Ace Cluck for $3 from Chicken Little.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I like it. Let us know in the comments what your Disney zoo would look like. I'm proud of Dave's. I like Dave's.
Thanks, man. I'm proud of yours.
Thanks, thank you. And with that, that's the conclusion of this episode. What a great episode!
Episode 60 in the books. Can you believe we've done this 60 times, Adam?
60 times.
60 times.
60 times. I like it. I like it.
Here goes. 60 times.
It's like from Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
And then
And then you put the food in the bag and hand it this way because I'm getting pretty hungry.
and then. That's our episodes. And then episode 61. And then episode 62.
Episode 60 in the books.
Yeah.
Super
Let us
exciting.
know.
Let us know.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, let us know down in the comments what you guys think of everything. We are super, super appreciative that you guys have stuck with us for 60 episodes. Absolutely insane. I could not imagine that when we decided that we were going to put together a little podcast where me and Adam would sit here and shoot the shit with each other for like an hour every week, that people would actually almost 2. That people would actually listen to us, and people are actually listening to us, which is absolutely insane, which is you guys. So thank you guys very, very, very much. We appreciate you very much. The show would not exist without you listening to us. Otherwise, it would just be me and Adam sitting here talking to ourselves. So thank you very much for everything. Adam, what you got for him?
If you're not following us on all social media, please make sure to do so. Let's Talk Nerdy Podcast. And like Dave said, thank you so much for listening to us. We're still pumping out content. This week, we are doing a demo live play again. So trying to find the Hidden Gem Hunt episode 2. This is Dave's game that we're picking up next. So be on the lookout for that.
Lots of great stuff coming. Again, if you guys are just listening to the episode on release day, check the YouTube later. We will be doing part 2, episode 2 of the Hidden Gem Hunt, and it's going to be a good one. We are going to be playing Sneak Alert. We're going to be playing Luto, and it is going to be very, very scary. So make sure you come. Love you guys very, very much. We love you guys very, very much, and we will see y'all on the next one.
Peace out, nerds. Ooh, spooky season.
That's a good spooky voice, even though you're not scared by anything because you're super tough.
No, I'm not super tough. Life scares me. Scary movies don't scare me.